Sorry, 1 second. Welcome. We're back. Another day in the market. See who's in the chat. We got a lot of people in here already. What's up, everybody? Let me put down the music a little bit. That should be good. All right, what's up, JG, KTF, Linta Glenn, Tim, D, Barasan, Medi, Linta Glenn. I think I said that twice. I don't know. Mr. Robinson, Keanu, Frank, Sonny, Lou. Sorry for mispronouncing that. Cheddar Freeze. Still watching the World Series. What's up, Zeke? Alright, so how's everybody doing? I was actually going to stream with my background like this. But I don't know. I tried it out for a couple hours today and it just started kind of annoying me. So I'm just gonna kind of move it back to what it was earlier, but that's completely random. So yeah, we got a few things to talk about tonight as per usual. It means starting off with Bitcoin. After that, we'll talk about the overall stock market. Futures are a little bit red right now, but relatively flat. Then we're gonna be talking about some SPACs, some meme stocks. We'll be talking about CLOV. We'll be talking about Fisker. Potentially the next big EV SPAC. We got a good amount of tickers to talk about, so let's get started with Bitcoin. Currently, still above 59.5K. Just kind of hanging around at this level. That's a support. If it breaks the support, then there's quite a bit of room to the downside in my opinion, so hopefully it can hold 59.5K. And then resistance is 65K and then 67K. It's really that simple for right now. It's just kind of in a make or break area for the short term. Apart from Bitcoin, Dogecoin is currently up about 11% since the alert. Maybe trying to use this previous supply line as a demand line, but again, I don't know how accurate this supply line is. There's a bunch of random wicks above it and below it, but it's really it for crypto for right now. Let's talk about the overall market. After that, we'll talk about CLOV and Fisker and SPACs and EVs and meme stocks. Like we got a good amount of things to talk about tonight. So what's up with the overall market? Let's go over to the S&P 500. Not the best looking candle. Not the best looking candle on the daily. And if we go over to the SPY ETF, you could see we pretty much went to a 1.14 retrace, pretty close to the 1.13 TCZ of a bearish shark. And we're pulling back off that level. So, I don't know, it's interesting. I think this was probably the most red 4-hour. The thing is, it was a gap up candle, but you could see like the actual candle body was like the most red I've seen in a while. Right now for the SPY, I mean, it's just you've been having bearish technicals on low time frames for over a week at this point. They just really haven't played out. You get a little bit of an intraday pullback day. You had a really strong like first hour of the day, and then you started pulling back intraday. It just kind of filled the gap from the morning's gap up, and it just closed right around that level. Losing positive momentum on the 4-hour MACD. 4-hour RSI is currently overbought. Last time the 4-hour RSI was overbought. There was a small dip, nothing crazy. A little bit over 1%. So yeah, you have a bearish harmonic that you're at the PCZ of on the SPY. I think we talked about this last night. For the NASDAQ, it went much higher in the morning. So now it's kind of I mean, it still could be a shark, but it could go up to the 1.13 like the S&P 500 did. But you made a 98% retrace, and that's where you kind of got your first or another impulse candle. So the large cap indices right now, they're kind of losing steam in the short term. The thing is, now you're back above a lot of major moving averages. We're in the peak of earnings season, at least for large caps right now. Still, I don't know if it's mid-November, mid-December, the kind of beginning of tapering. You know, you got a few different things going on, but Q4 is, I think, typically one of the better quarters of the year seasonality wise. We're just we had a really strong run over the past couple of weeks, and now you're just kind of going sideways for a little bit. I don't know, kind of feels like distribution to me. Maybe a little bit of rotation we could be occurring within the next week or so. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on, you know, what sectors are kind of not pulling back when others are pulling back, what sectors are going up higher than other sectors when the market's going up. Like, you know, looking at a lot of different sectors in a period like this could help you identify the next sector, but in general, distribution periods for the market are just a lot of indecision until you kind of get more clear signals side the direction, whether we're going to pull back after that run or if the run has just started and we're going to keep going higher. So I just think we're kind of experiencing a little bit of distribution in the market short term, which is relatively neutral, but it's better than just going straight up nonstop. You know, healthy pullbacks are normal for the market. We'll see what happens for large caps. And yeah, that's my thoughts on the S&P and the NASDAQ. The ARK ETF was down 0.5% today. Really not much of any technical change. Kind of already broke out of the cup and handle. It tested the 200-day moving average today. And that was really about it. And then the Russell 2000 pulled back today. Not technically a bearish engulfing candle, but pretty close to one. It had to close a little bit lower to get a bearish engulfing candle. But we talked about this last night. It just broke out of this triangle. There's definitely a potential for a back test. And if I kind of turn my chart into a coloring book, then you can kind of see like it's pretty much above like everything here, and it kind of closed. How do I see which one that is? Let's see. So it kind of closed at the 5 EMA if I'm not mistaken. So I just have so many lines on my chart. Also, I'm sorry, I was messing with all my colors earlier today. Let me just fix all this a little bit. All right, so yeah, that's the 5 EMA. It's pretty much where it closed at. So we'll see if it can hold it. It's actually, if you look at this white line over here, it's kind of been just moving along the 5 EMA since October 18th. So if that breaks, maybe go down to the 10 EMA to test that. But in general, it already broke out. It might just be back testing a little bit right now, but that's my thoughts on small caps and mid caps right now, or at least that's the charts for them. VIX was up 5% today, kind of bouncing off this same level we talked about last night. Still is at the bottom though, so I don't know. We'll see what this kind of turns into. The dollar bounced off of the previous resistance of the cup and handle, or the neckline of the cup and handle, getting a little bit of a bounce on the dollar index. And the US 10-year pulling back a little bit, kind of just testing this 1.64 level, which was a low from 2015. Okay, so that's really the overall mark right now. It's just distribution in my opinion. So we'll see how everything kind of continues to unfold. I could see either direction for the overall market, but there are definitely things that are appearing in different sectors, which we're going to talk about for a little bit. So what should we start off with? I'm thinking we could start off with SPACs and then we'll talk about meme stocks. All right, so let's start off with SPACs. Put out a few threads earlier on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, go drop a like on these. Took me some time to write all of them and think about everything I wanted to say. My Twitter's at Champion5. If you're not following me, go follow me there. Did a thread on win rates, which maybe we could look at later. I did a thread on meme stocks, which we're going to be talking about in the stream later. And then also this EV/SPACs thread. So we talked about this somewhat last night on stream with speculation money coming into the market. We've also talked about how a lot of these speculative stocks topped out in February. Then we saw the market run to all-time highs while a lot of those stocks are still just kind of at their lows from February of this year. Now we've been seeing a little bit of a revival. You have EV stocks like Tesla, NIO, Lucid, Fisker pushing higher in the last few days, and then a lot of other SPACs have kind of brought a lot more attention back to SPACs in general, like DWAC, BRPM, the Face SPAC, which we're also going to be talking about in tonight's stream, BENE, which was a new alert from today, which we'll also be talking about at some point, BKKT. So you're getting this revival with a lot of names just bringing attention to that overall market. We talked about the SPAC ETF last night, that it was, you know, showing a technical edge. We also just talked about the Russell 2000 breaking out of the triangle. So we're at this weird area where, you know, there's still a lot more that we need to see, but for the first time in a while, we have been seeing life in the EV sector and the SPAC sector for the first time. Like, we had a little bit of fun in June, but really the last time we really saw it was like January. So yeah, even at the bottom of this thread, my favorite SPAC plays right now, which we're going to be talking about GGPI in a second here. BRPM we're also going to be talking about, and IPOD I talked about last night on stream, was up 2% today at one point. But yeah, we talked about that one last night. And then my favorite EV plays: Fisker, XL, which is a new alert, Neo, which is already a swing, Lucid, which is testing a huge level, which is like the $28 resistance now. So yeah, that was pretty much what I talked about in that thread. So we can kind of elaborate on that. Start off with SPACs. We're going to start off with GGPI. So I actually did talk about this on stream a couple of months ago. I don't know if anybody remembers, but we talked about Polestar on stream, probably in the summer. So for anybody who is not aware of what Polestar is, this is from Business Wire, which is a Berkshire Hathaway company. Speaking of that, what happened after hours? Is it a glitch? Is it showing on different brokerages? It's showing on Google. I don't know what's kind of, I don't know how that happens, but 51% after hours, and that's over a $200,000 increase in stock price. I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up really quickly. But yeah, Polestar basically is going to be the SPAC merger for GGPI. I could read everything here. I'm not too familiar with Polestar. I did a little bit of research on the company back in like I said, the middle of summer when I initially talked about it on stream. Then it just kind of did nothing for months, and then I think it was the end of September when they announced like the agreement. But yeah, the transaction includes approximately $800 million from the SPAC, $250 million from PIPE financing. Existing Polestar investors are Volvo, and I'm not too sure about Geely. I don't know if that's I think they had some sort of connection to China with something. I don't even remember for sure, so don't quote me on that. I don't know if this is like Chinese. We could just look it up. Yeah, it is Chinese. Okay, so that's what I was reading earlier. So it even says actor and activist Leo DiCaprio, which was a Fisker Karma owner actually at one point. Just a fun fact. But yeah, it's Polestar. I mean, we could look at their website really quickly. And also shout out to Muslim Trader on Twitter. I think the first time I even heard about GGPI was through his tweets. So I just want to give a shout out there. He's been on the stream earlier. One of the most viewed streams actually. I had him on when we were talking about Lucid back in like February. So I don't know why it's lagging, but this is pretty much their website. There's the Polestar 1, which I think is the more expensive one. Yeah, $155,000. So this kind of reminds me of Lucid. And then they have the Polestar 2, which I think is $55,000. No, it's starting at 38. So it's actually kind of, I mean, pricing wise, that's pretty much what Fisker's Ocean's at. So they kind of have both, which is interesting to me. They have the luxury car, and then they have the more affordable option, which is interesting to see. But I like the cars. I mean, that looks like it looks a lot better than a Solo car to me. I'm not trying to offend any of the Solo fanboys, but looks like a really nice car to me. And I think they did 600 million in revenue, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it says it here, but let me just confirm that. In 2020, let's see. Yeah. So over 600 million in revenue last year. Like, it's not like a lot of other EVs where they have yet to actually, you know, get revenue. I mean, even to that point, Fisker, right? And it's just, they're in an interesting area. Another EV this reminds me of kind of is Rivian, which I think, who was Rivian partnering with, or who was investing in Rivian? I think it was Amazon, and then there was another big name that was invested in Rivian, which I have a full video on Rivian on my channel. But yeah, that's GGPI. So we're gonna go back over to the charts. I want to kind of talk about it for a second there, because there's not much to talk about on the chart. It did hit all-time highs today. Let me switch back over to my other overlay. The guy says, "Is this the car you'll get when Fisker gets delisted?" And we're seeing, oh, don't drop egg emojis in the chat. But yeah, GGPI hit all-time highs today, and I don't know, it's making high lows. It's really not much TA I could really do on this, but it's still around the NAV price, which is $10 for a SPAC. I don't know when the merger is, but yeah, I'm keeping an eye on GGPI. Just wanted to bring that up as a SPAC. Another SPAC. I don't know if this is more of like a recap, but yesterday morning, which was Monday, I woke up early, and it was pre-market, probably around like 7:30, 8 a.m. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I saw that FaZe Clan, which I'm very familiar with, is going public via SPAC. So I woke up in the morning, and I already knew a ton about FaZe Clan. So I did some quick research. I looked through their investor slide deck, and yeah, this was literally one of the first like completely non-TA trades. And I shared this with premium members. The entry was 11, and the target was 13. But I did say in the premium chat that unlike other swings, it actually might be optimal to have a trailing stop loss, or to move up a stop manually for this one. I said that like right when I shared it with premium members. And from the entry price to the high of today, literally the day after, like a 40% move. Like, no patterns I was looking at. I did chart it as much as I could. I was kind of trying to use this one candle high as a support, but it was just going under it and over it. Even this candle, like I tried. I was even using some low time frame technicals in the pre-market. I was trying, but it really was like, for example, my target 1295, it was like the pre-market high, I believe, after I woke up. So yeah, BRPM, FaZe SPAC. I think FaZe is in a position to keep growing. I don't think gaming is going anywhere. I'm not too familiar with, you know, how they're doing financially, but I think it's rumored to be about a $1 billion valuation. So yeah, that's BRPM. That's another SPAC I'm still keeping an eye on, despite this trade already doing really well. And then IPOD, we talked about it last night. Made a nice little move intraday, and then it pulled back a little bit, but it even gapped up. So yeah, you know, SPACs in general right now, you're seeing a lot of action. I haven't really played a lot of like the super high volume ones from last week and the week before, but in general, there's just a lot of SPACs that are starting to at least curl up a bit. I mean, you saw GGPI, we're looking at IPOD. I'm sure IPOF as well has curled up a little bit, still at 1025, but yeah, it touched 1050 today. So you're seeing, you know, a little bit here and there, a little bit of price action to the upside after these things have been going sideways for months. So yeah, that's SPACs. I'm going to kind of move on to meme stocks now, and there's a reason behind that. Well, there's TA, that's why I'm talking about them. But yeah, hit that like button if you didn't already. If you're not subscribed to the stream, subscribe to the stream. Just click the button. Subscriber growth in like the last month has been one of the worst, unfortunately. And what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, join the Discord, links in the description. All the links are in the description. So before I get into like meme stocks, and I don't know, I just randomly thought about looking at how all the meme stocks were looking. So I looked at them after hours, and we're gonna talk about it in a second. But before we do, we're gonna talk about meme stocks. We're gonna be talking about Fisker, CLOV. One last thing for SPACs before I get into meme stocks. BENE, again, this, you know, on the daily chart, for those of you who watch the channel in general, you know that I don't just normally swing something that looks like this. This stock went from 10 to 19 back down to 10 in like 2 or 3 days. But I was looking into the, I don't know if it's confirmed. I think it's only rumored for now. I was looking into the rumored merger company for this, but I guess I could bring it up as well in the stream really quickly. There's another SPAC I'm watching, BENE Capital. I did share this on Twitter and in the Discord earlier today. Potential hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour. It's not super technical. But on the 15-minute, it had this wedge. It had nice looking divergence. The 15-minute chart, I mean, look, it held this 1087 level for 4 candles, which was somewhat a low from October 22nd. And it eventually broke it intraday and even flipped it into resistance. So not the best from a technical standpoint, but for a SPAC that just tapped $18, for it to go under $10 might be a little bit hard. It's not impossible. I don't know if it's had a tick at $9.98 before. It has, it looks like, but you know, sometimes you do see SPACs go 30-40 cents under the NAV prior to the merger. It's still possible, but again, it's a SPAC, so until the merger, 10 is pretty much where you're going to be seeing like major support at. It's still above that. I just like to see it get back above 11. I'm just mentioning it now because I was already talking about SPACs, so I'm not going to talk about it when we go over the rest of the ongoing swings. And then yes, I was going to bring up the company. I actually have it bookmarked. So again, I believe for right now this is only a rumor. I don't know if it's confirmed. So keep in mind, all of this is just a rumor for right now as far as I'm concerned. Don't take anything I ever say as a certainty, honestly. But yeah, it's pretty much like hydrogen fuel. So I was looking through, you know, everything. I really couldn't find a lot of financial information because again, it's only rumor. I don't even know if they have like an investor art for their website because I don't even know if, you know, I don't know what's going on, but this is the rumors I've been seeing. So I was looking through it for a little bit. It looked interesting. So you can look through it yourself, but it's e-combustible. Go look it up just so you can, you know, see everything for yourself. And just remember, I think it's only rumor for now, but yeah. That is BENE. And so we'll talk about meme stocks in a second here. Let me just look at the chat first. Keep hitting that like button. Let's get to 40 likes. I know we could do it. So yeah. I don't know why. I don't know if the tip thing is broken, but I don't think Neutron Flux Labs was the last person to tip. Actually, that might have been the last Streamlabs tip. I don't think super chat tips go on to like the stream overlay. Yeah. All right. So let's see what's up in the chat. What's up, homeless billionaire? Keanu Trade says Tesla puts tomorrow are locked. We'll see. Actually did have a bearish candle on the daily today. Yeah, we got 50 people in here. Let's get a few more likes. Maddie's switching between his YouTube channels. Silver Shrimp, not a fan of Polestar. NASCAR out says main SPACs run recently have under 50 million shares outstanding. Keanu Trade says there are full solo fanboys question mark. Mind blown. Wow, everybody was dropping egg emojis in the chat. NASCAR all out says funny this guy interested in SPAC charts, lol, flatline at 10. Where's the technicals there? NASCAR all out. I know you're always confused for whatever reason, but you probably weren't here last fall, but for people who were, they know that we've traded so many SPACs. And for people who were here as well, most of them will tell you we did pretty well. That's kind of where everything started. So you can keep being weird in the chat. Silver Shrimp, Says Screwface Clan for the whole Save the Kids token scam. That was a select few, and I honestly think there were other parties involved. I can't speak, I don't know that for sure, I guess I have to say that too. But yeah, I looked into all of that, and it doesn't really affect like the actual company. Of course, it's not a good look, but it was mainly just like members of FaZe, like on their own getting those, or doing that sponsorship. What else? Goldminer07 says, guys, just like the market in general has seasons, small caps crypto, SPACs have a seasonality to them as well. Once you've been through them, you get it. Yeah, I don't know. I just a lot of people, I think, you know, don't come to the stream often, don't actually understand everything I talk about, and just haven't really gotten to know me enough to fully understand like how I trade and all of that. Like the biggest misconception I see like everywhere is that like I'm a lot of people just think all I care about is technicals. Like that's like one thing that does just feel super stupid to me. Like anybody who says things like that, just I truly just believe doesn't really watch the stream that much. So Keanu trades this champ drinking pure gasoline in that cup. Silver says, you got to get into these EV charger stocks before they announce the infrastructure bill passing. We trade a lot of EV stocks. We traded Charge Pool before. I don't think I've traded EVGO, Blink, Plug. I'm not in any right now though. Steven, good timing. I'm gonna look at I'm actually on the GameStop chart. I'm gonna look at it like right now. So yeah, meme stocks. I put out another thread earlier today. Right over here. I'm just gonna kind of reiterate everything, but pretty much just a bunch of different charts, which I'm gonna look at. So first up, GameStop. Mitch Ray and Tar Heel Blue both kind of, I think, covered this around the same time back when it first hit the PCZ. At the time, I was keeping an eye on it. I know some premium members as well were talking about it. Pretty good looking bullish Gartley. I think even at the time it had hidden bullish divergence, and that led to a reaction low, 15% move, and then it pulled back, and now you have a potential reversal low. So potential double bottom at the PCZ of a bullish Gartley, and the second low is testing the 200-day moving average. Okay, classic bullish divergence on the daily. So you have a good edge right now in GameStop, and the thing is, you know, it's not a certainty it's going to, you know, go to the moon, but like a stop loss area also, again, this is not financial advice, but if I were to be trading this, and don't be surprised if you see a GameStop alert soon, it's just you bottomed out here twice, so if it breaks it, of course there could be a fake out, it breaks it and then it comes all the way back up, but now not once but twice, 165ish you've seen a bounce, so just makes it easier for risk management. So I looked at GameStop first and I was like, wow. So you have that, you even have the edge on the oscillators, which is really interesting to see. And then I looked at AMC, and this one's, I don't know if I'd say as good, but you have 2 touches on your top supply line, like 4 touches on your bottom supply line, and then pretty much a bullish cipher harmonic with, again, your first year reaction low. Led to a 29% move. Could be argued it already kind of, you know, made the move already. But now if it can make a potential higher low after that, good context. You don't have any bullish divergence on this one, however. Not even on the 4-hour, but yeah, AMC as well. We'll talk about Wish next. I don't even know what NASCAR is saying at this point, but Keanu, I've been looking at pot stocks for honestly a while now. They just really haven't. Tillery had a pop like one day, and it's kind of been fading off a little bit, but it hasn't really done much since. Steven says, do you play IV with options on meme stocks or just pure shares off your TA? New here, so asking. Steven, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the FTM free trading movement. Join the Discord. To answer your question, Yeah, I mean, IV can be tough, but it's for me, it's like if you're doing a very short-term trade, regardless of what the IV is, if the options are still moving somewhat normally, of course you're going to get differences. I just haven't seen it matter too much. Like I've done day trades with takers that had 250% IV at the time, and it didn't really affect the trade too much. But one thing I've personally noticed is like when you overnight options with high IVs, then you get a more drastic effect. Like maybe you wake up the next morning and they're down more than you would imagine, right? So yeah, I mean, again, even on meme stocks, I'm pretty sure a lot of CLOV's current options are under 100% IV right now. So they're going to have times where their IVs are much higher, much lower. But also, Steven, there's a 1-hour video in the free course about options, and like a half-an-hour video about day trading options is also in the course. The link for that's in the description. So yeah. Steven says, thank you, just joined your Discord. AMC popped around the same time as GameStop today. I didn't even notice like the intraday moves up. But yeah, the next meme stock I want to bring up was Wish. It already broke out of this wedge, and now it's kind of pulling back in small demand line on the daily, but also if we go over to the 1-hour chart, it's retesting the previous resistance area. I would love to see, again, there's not a certainty that this will happen, but I would love to see this on Wish. Okay, potential dragon, just break the supply line, bounce off the previous resistance, potentially flipping into a support, and you'd have close to classic bullish divergence, but not perfect. But another one's Wish, and then finally, another meme stock, BlackBerry. This one, there's really not much divergence, but cup and handle, also in the middle of a range, so it's a little bit weird. I don't know exactly, I'm not playing it, but if I was, I still don't know how I would kind of manage my reward to risk. But yeah, speaking of reward to risk, if you didn't look at this thread yet, go look at it. Okay, it's on my Twitter. Go to my last tweet, you'll find it. Go look at this thread. All right, so just wanted to, those are pretty much the 3 threads. We kind of covered them through the stream. We talked about EVs and SPACs. We just talked about meme stocks. I don't really cover this on stream, but you can go find it on Twitter. And I do talk all about reward to risk in the course in the description. But yeah, so that's meme stocks. I was just looking at them after hours, and I was seeing, you know, we are seeing interesting signals again. The thing with like the SPACs and the EVs and even meme stocks, you know, showing these bullish signals, if that SPY starts pulling back, if the NASDAQ starts pulling back, what happens? You know, does all of it get overridden? Definitely could. Like the most optimal scenario, I wouldn't even say optimal because I don't want large caps to go down, but if let's say large caps do go down or we just pull back for a few days, it would be interesting to see a rotation. I don't know if you really would see a rotation, because we've had pullbacks for large caps multiple times since February, and you really didn't see a rotation. You just kind of saw like everything right at the same time for the most, not everything, but most sectors read together. So yeah, that's SPACs and EVs and meme stocks. We could probably talk about CLOV next, and then Fisker and the rest of the ongoing trades. So hopefully you're learning. What else? Twitter user was charged in a pump and dump scheme today. I did see that. In general, I want to keep all that kind of like out of here. It's just like I've talked about it many times on stream, how there's just a lot of people in a similar space as me, but not a similar space as me. They just do it very differently than me. And of course, I have opinions on so many different people in this space, both good and bad. I just prefer not to talk about them. I kind of just like staying in my own lane. You all know I don't really collaborate too often. For me, it's like I just want to do what I'm doing. Like everybody else messing around, like I just want to ignore them. But like for all of you, like yeah, always be just be smart. You know, just be smart. Understand that a lot of people And again, I know I just saw like the headlines today. I don't know anything about the actual situation. I'm not even speaking on the situation right now. I'm just saying in general, there's just a lot of greedy people. And it's not too hard for people to mask that online. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, just be smart. All of you are smart. And I don't want to keep talking about it. But yeah, we just want to stay drama free, keep doing what we're doing, and yeah. But yeah, CLOV up next. I don't know if I missed anything else in the chat. Two more likes hit 40 likes. I think I pretty much got everything in the chat. Zeke for Bleak says CLOV maybe double bottom. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about it. I think for CLOV right now is high time frames, you don't have a signal. Yeah, Cheddar Freeze also I think did earlier put like the one-on-one classes link in the chat. I don't know if it was the Discord link or the class. I think it was both. So thank you, Cheddar. Yeah, one-on-one classes are back. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, I've done these. I said this last night, so I'm just repeating the same thing. We've done these in the past. The few times I've ran these classes before, it was like within 2 or 3 days. There were so many slots that I like legit had to like close it because I didn't have enough time. This time around, I don't know, but not that many people have signed up, so I don't even know if I'm gonna wait for all the slots to get filled. I'm probably just gonna close the classes at some point this week, probably like Thursday or Friday, but a couple more days that those are up. And yeah, I don't know, just want to let everybody know, links in the description as all the other links are. All right, let's talk about CLOV. Daily, not much to talk about. Bearish engulfing candle on the daily, so that's not good. Last night talked about that 737 level, hoping that could hold. It pretty much held today, pretty much closed right around that level. Your daily MACD did cross over to red. Really no signal on the RSI either. Just being completely honest here, I don't see bullish variables on the daily right now. Doesn't mean price can't go up. I don't know. Maybe somebody else sees something I don't. For right now, I don't see a bullish variable to talk about. It's in between support and resistance. It's just kind of there. However, when you go to lower time frames, things get a little bit more interesting. You still have the potential for 4-hour hidden bullish divergence on the MACD, not on the RSI. If the MACD can cross to green before it breaks under 707, so there's still potential for that. And then when you get to lower time frames, there you go. So on the 1-hour chart, you have a potential. Again, this absolutely could fail. It just does this. You know, it's not that much of a percent move for this to fail. Like literally, and here's the thing, I'm not always a fan of CLOV showing these technicals before the close. I prefer when they show up like in the morning, because like I've talked about so many times, it's just notorious for like morning flushes. Like the amount of times I've seen CLOV for no reason on relatively low volume just drop 1, 2, 3% in the morning. Like there's no such thing as demand in the world. I don't know, it's just it reminds me of Fisker. Sorry for like starting a bunch there, but it reminds me of Fisker, like when it was SPAQ, like every single morning on repeat. I'm sure some of you remember it. It was just a part of the schedule. I don't know what it was, but that's how CLOV has honestly been since like June. Of course, it's been a few green days, more than a few, but yeah. So tomorrow, if the notorious morning flush happens again, then I don't know. You know, maybe if it drops under that level and then it V-shapes above it, it still could be fine. You could have a lower low, double bottom as well, but it's just hopeful thinking right now, I guess. But yeah, you do have variables. The only issue is hopefully there's not a morning flush. I mean, who knows if futures are red, what the market looks like. Russell futures are down 1/5% right now. So the variables are there. Just I want to see even more confirmation. But you have the Gartley with the double bottom on the 1-hour, and then on the 30-minute, you have a scuffed butterfly that we talked about last night with potential classic bullish divergence on both oscillators. Even on the 15-minute, potential classic bullish divergence on both oscillators. So you have variables on low time frames. You just don't have them on higher time frames right now. But if the variables on lower time frames can play out, then it can make the higher time frames look better, right? So it's kind of lower time frames create larger time frames, but larger time frames can affect lower time frames, you know? So yeah, that is CLOV. We'll move on to Fisker, which had a really hot morning. It went all the way up to 1567, and then it pulled back down to 1481. Looking at the 1 hour chart, you can kind of see that this 1475 level was resistance for like a day or two last week. It wasn't able to break it, went all the way down to 1360, and then from the low of last week, 1360, to the high today, I mean, Fisker's made a 15% move. And now I think it's maybe attempting to flip this little mini resistance into a mini support. It kind of bounced off of it at the 130 candle, pretty much the 4-hour candle close. But yeah, you're still above both 1450 and 1475, which is good. You closed above it. Daily candle's not the best, but you're still above previous resistance. Hopefully you can just hold that mid $14 level tomorrow. We talked about 1586 being the next resistance last night. Got up to 1567. That's pretty close. It's 1% away. So yeah, just a little bit shy of that. Then it pulled back. Nice move off the low still. Trade is currently up 13% since the entry. And according to TradingView, earnings are on the 3rd of November, which is next week, I think. If that's correct, then earnings are on next Wednesday. So yeah, that's Fisker. The other ongoing trades we already talked about, BENE. XL was a newer one from today. Down a few percent, unfortunately, it did fall. But yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. You have classic bullish divergence on the daily RSI. It's trying to break this green supply line on the daily. And you have an XABCD. I don't really know if it's a formal harmonic. It is in between the 886 and the 113. So the closest thing would be an alternate bat harmonic pattern, but it's not at the 886 or the 113, which are probably better PCZs you want to see. And XL has also double bottomed around the low $5 area, so hopefully you can just hold above that. Again, no certainty of it playing out, but there's always possibility. And yeah, that's the newer one from today. VIPS pulled back 5% today. The trade is still up 5% roughly. I talked about this. We've been talking about this. It's a 2-year long harmonic. It already bounced off the PCZ and the ice line. The MACD actually crossed over to green this week on the weekly. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. All that really matters for this is where it ends up. NEO was down a couple percent today. Look at the weekly though. MACD moving closer towards green. Bottomed around the low 30s over here. Bottomed over here. Not bad. But yeah, it got really close to the target. It went up to 42.61. The target was 42.82. So literally not even 1% away from the target, which is really frustrating. And then it kind of, a lot of stocks have the same looking candle on the daily, which is not the best looking candle, honestly. Hot morning, gave out the gains throughout the day into the closing around session lows. That was kind of the tail of the tape for a lot of different stocks today, which is not the best price action. But we'll see. And yeah, just frustrating that it got so close to target. Hopefully it can still hit it. But it is still up 14% since the entry. And then Trip, just going sideways, got away from our data. So that's pretty much the recap of everything I wanted to talk about. Futures are still, NASDAQ and S&P are flat. Russell is down about 0.1%. Bitcoin's at 60.6K. Dogecoin's almost at 26 cents. And the Hang Seng Index gapped down today after kind of going sideways for about a week. Gapped down today. So, yeah. And then Evergrande, I think, is open right now, which is down 1.5%. I don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much a lot of talking. Let's see what's up in the chat. Hit that like button if you didn't already. Free courses in the description. Free Discords in the description. One-on-one classes are in the description. If you want to join premium, that's in the description. Tips are in the description. Merch is in the description. Everything is in the description, even my disclaimers. Nate says, hey champion, learning TA with you. Found bullish bat on PLG. What do you think? Yeah, we can take a look. We'll do a ticker request for a little bit. If you want to request a ticker, send me $50 on PayPal and I'll take a look at it for you. I'm joking. Just drop it in the chat and I'll look at as many as I guess I can or I feel like. But yeah, drop the tickers in the chat. We'll take a look. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Don't request any OTCs. Don't request anything up over 30% today. Don't request anything that IPO within the last month. Again, that's not me telling you that you can't trade OTCs or stocks up 30% or anything that IPO within the last month. It's because for the stream, for the purpose of the stream, I look at charts in the eyes of a swing trader, or a reversal swing trader more specifically, not a continuation swing trader. That's what the stream is geared towards. I do day trade. Sometimes I trade stocks that just IPO'd, not like the same day. Sometimes I trade stocks up over 30% for day trades. I just want to keep the stream geared towards regular swing trading. If anybody has a problem with that, I'm sorry. So yeah, those are kind of the things I ask you before you drop a ticker in the chat. And now we can take a look at PLG. Okay. The guy says, oh wow, didn't know you did take requests for free. Medi charged me $50 to check a SPAC, stuck at 10. PLG, let's take a look. B point's a little bit deep. Even like so B point's a little bit deep. The D point's a little bit shallow. It's very close to a bat, it's just not textbook. I don't know if you have it charted a little bit differently than me. Maybe you're using this low, but then you have a deeper B point that's at a 618. So yeah, this is probably the way I would look at it. It's close, but not textbook. Apart from that, on PLG, it did break this supply line. And probably the most important level I see is around like the 270s, which is under, has some historical support around 190. So that's what I see there. TER, I'd say it's just a down sloping channel. Tested the supply line today, pulled back at it, bearish engulfing candle on the daily. It did have classic bullish divergence right over it. Actually, did it? No, it didn't. It made a lower low. So had a hammer candle at least around this demand line, and that's where it bounced off of. But yeah, that's really all I got for this one. I mean, in terms of levels, those are probably the best levels I see. NVIDIA all-time highs. NVIDIA, Tesla, AMD just been kind of moving together for a while, just crushing it. But yeah, you have hidden bullish divergence playing out, and beautiful. I think 229 is probably the strongest support on NVIDIA. In terms of resistance, it's at all-time high, so Fibonacci. Didn't we just do this last night? I forgot what the ticker was. I think it was a SPAC. I don't remember what the ticker was. We did the same exact thing last night. I went from the previous swing high to the previous swing low, and it hit, like, literally intraday, it tapped the 1618 perfectly. I don't know what it did today, but literally 2 nights in a row. Like, wow. It was not clown to wrapped either. It was BKKT. I don't remember what it was, but like, yeah, time and time again. Like, another one. Okay. Like, what? Like, this is like, whenever people say TA is fake, like and then things like this happen, it really just makes me feel bad for those people, because they just don't understand. Like, if they just took their ego away for a little bit because they're too scared to spend time investing in themselves and learning about TA, they could learn something as simple as this And for a day trader, you would have been able to sell the exact high of the day. But I don't know, it's just people are lazy. They want to be handed everything, and they just want to hate on TA because they don't want to learn about it. Like, literally, I've said it so many times. There's not one person I've met who's actually spent time learning TA the right way that has said it's fake. And again, also a lot of people just misportray it. A lot of people just act like TA is certainty and it's going to send something to the moon in 2 days exactly. Like, it just frustrates me. But there you go. Hit the 1618 intraday. The next Fibonacci level is at 2618, all the way up at 287. And you also have a gap fill at 233.36. But yeah, that's just crazy. Airbnb. 1 second. I'm making another watch list, and I'm just gonna like type in a bunch of charts. Whenever like there's like somebody like stupid in the chat that's saying like TA's fake and whatnot, just trolling, I'm just gonna type in a bunch of charts that I can just bring up and just like show like stocks perfectly hitting their Fibonacci's and stuff like that. What's the other one? I think you said it was BKKT. I can't remember if it was. Yeah. All right. So I have a new watch list called TA is fake. Whenever we find something just so picture perfect on the chart, I'm just gonna add it to that watch list. So whenever somebody comes into the chat saying weird stuff, I can just scroll through those charts. Airbnb, kind of neutral for right now. I really don't see much I can really talk about. I mean, eventually this could turn into an ascending triangle. It really needs more data though. You have 2 touches on the supply line, 2 touches on the demand line. It needs 1 more touch to be an ascending triangle. So, you know, it's certainly possible, but it's still early. But you never know. And I already have the levels charted out on Airbnb. So is your levels. IDEX levels are charted out for you. Classic bullish divergence, really not doing much. Just going sideways. Support's pretty much the low 180 area, the high 170 area. Resistance is 220-ish. That's it for right now on IDEX. But yeah, keep hitting that like button. If we can get to 50 likes, that would be cool. Yeah, check out the links in the description. Hit the like button. Freitas is around here. We respect the TA. Shout out to Mitch Ray. I don't know if you also watch Mitch Ray. But that's like the slogan there. Like a bullish shark, kind of double bottomed at the PCZ, just started going sideways off the second bottom though. It's just in a range for right now between like $20 and $30. I think whichever way it breaks out could be telling potentially, but for right now it's just in the middle of a range. IVR also in the middle of a range, $3 is support, 332 is a resistance. That's all I see for right now. CVS above 84 is really good for CVS. That was a major resistance in 2016, 2017. It's back above it. I think you have some resistance at 90 on the weekly, a little bit of resistance at 92, and then 98.5. And on the daily, not much I can do with this structure. Yeah, yeah, I don't really know what to do with that. So the weekly is kind of like clearer. And then MATICUSD, still testing this resistance. If it can clear it, like I said, 244 is the next major resistance. There's not much in between this resistance and this one. If you look left on the chart, just a question of can it clear it? What will Bitcoin do? And if not, can it hold supports, right? So yeah, not too much of any change. All right, so we still got 50 people in here. Futures, a little bit red. What else? I think SHIB hit a new all-time high today. Yep. What was the chart I was looking? Was it Coinbase? No. That'd have been Binance. I just went to Binance though. Oh, this was it, yeah. Yeah. Hit a new all-time high. Actually, I don't know. Is this the previous all-time high? This candle right here? I guess it might just depend on the exchange. I just saw a tweet saying SHIB Shibu hit a new all-time high. But on Binance, doesn't look like it did. It's right under it though. It's 3% under it. And there's that. But yeah, what else is up? I don't know. Are we done with charts for the night? I'm trying to think of like other things to talk about. I don't know. We'll just go through the Discord or something, I guess. Snap it just gapped down. I'm waiting for more data on Snapchat. The guy says you can chart all 100 stocks I posted in watch list scanner. Live options flow. Okay. Glenn to Glenn says I'm down 50% on my portfolio in 3 months. So that is a normal thing for me. I'm not sure what you mean by normal. I don't know if I said something earlier. I can't remember. But Glenn to Glenn. Day by day, keep learning. And as long as you allow yourself time, eventually everything will work out. Just give yourself time. Don't try and rush things. As long as you're trading with money that you don't need for bills and whatnot, then just give yourself time. You know, if you get better as a trader, results will show. You just have to put in time, keep it going. And anybody here, I'm confident, if anybody here is not in a great situation trading or whatever it is, just remember, as long as you keep learning, as long as you stay consistent, as long as you keep trying, as long as you're not risking too much, time is your greatest asset. But yeah, I think we're done with charts for the stream. Save it on Bitcoin. I don't want to like show anything that I'm not supposed to. I don't know. I guess it's fine. All right, so I'm just gonna spend the rest of the stream shilling. That's fine. Glenn to Glenn says I've learned a lot since I joined Discord and Premium. A lot of good info for new people. I'm really glad to hear that. We have the lump in the Discord chat right now. 2 more likes to hit 50 likes. All right, so join the Discord. Once you join the Discord, click both these buttons after reading the rules, and everything's here. All right, so if you're not in the Discord, everything is here. Okay. Announcements channel. Get pinged every single time the stream is up, and also when the timestamps are up. Okay. Swings, swing updates, crypto. Not real analysts, but Discord analysts sharing their charts. This is where the lump and Medi share watch lists and scanners for harmonics and divergence, and I think Neutron Flux Labs is also going to be sharing stuff there soon. If you want to join premium, I think I can show this channel. I'm not going to. If you want to join premium, I've already talked about it before on stream. There's chat, there's swings, there's options, there's a weekly watch list, and there's Bullseye, which is automated algorithms, coding stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spend time like going through everything again. If you want to join, the link's in the description, and there's a video you can watch when you go to the sign up page that explains it further. Trading chat, social chat, technical trades, fundamental trades, options trades, feedback, memes, testimonials, crypto stuff, trading questions, educational resources, fun mini games, news, a paid bot for free. Look how much this bot has. All of this for free, okay? And then interesting flow for free, okay? There's many services, I'm not going to name names, that will charge you a lot of money for this. Get it in the Discord for free. Another bot, this is a free bot, it's not a paid bot, but it's really, really good. All of that, I mean, this one has an insane amount of commands. You can listen to music, okay? And you can talk to other people. You can't see these channels unless you're a mod. Alright, so I don't know, I don't want to really risk looking at some of these chats right now. Okay, alright, well I guess that was fine. But yeah, all that's in the Discord. The link is in the description. And I truly believe it's the most educational trading Discord you could join right now. Like, I've spent so much time in this Discord every single day for this whole entire year. So I just want to see all of you in there with me. Maddie just dropped the link in the chat. Thank you. What else? Cheddar Free says you have to learn money management first, steady growth second, then learn to be a better trader / investor first. Most, I think you said there, I think I just said first. Most only think of making money first, Jesse. Medi says just ignore any charts the lump posts because he usually loses money. Also, yeah, Keanu, what's up? If anybody puts anything inappropriate in this channel, you're getting banned from the Discord. Because one, you're supposed to be following the rules in the Discord, and two, I can get banned from YouTube if somebody explicitly shares if somebody posts something explicit right now. So I'm taking a risk, trusting everybody in the Discord. Just don't put anything that can get me banned on YouTube. All right. Just gonna delete that. But yeah, everything's in the Discord. Cheddar Free says just watch for the clowns. I'm sorry for being so boring right now. I'm usually able to think of things like on the spot to talk about on stream. I don't know, for whatever reason, I just can't think of anything to talk about. So we're just watching all of you type in the Discord right now. I don't know, if anybody wants to talk, if anybody's in the Discord and you want to talk to me, you could join the stream calls channel. You could welcome yourself to the stream. Medi, Lump. I don't know if Cheddar Freeze is willing to. Anybody. I'm just super bored. I don't know, should I just end the stream at this point? GT we already looked at. Shibu. Like 10 minutes ago. When Cheddar Free stream, that's definitely going to be the most viewed stream, like ever. It's up to Cheddar Freeze. Oh gosh. putting dog emojis in the Discord. Keanu, I'm praying for your puts. Gold Miner says, this is Gold Miner. What's up, Gold Miner? Medi is back. It just surprises me that 39 people are watching me talk about literally nothing right now. I could play like a game or something. I don't know. Should we play some Snake? Alright, I'm just gonna end the stream, honestly. I don't even know why I extended this long. I thought I could think of things to talk about. I just couldn't. So, yeah. Thank you for everybody who watched the stream. If you're not on the Discord, well. Yeah, maybe don't join the... No, I'm playing. Try it out. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow at 9 p.m. EST. And peace out.
Hello. Hello. What's your name? Just through a narrow wood we came on the farm. A long, low, stone-built house with casement windows. And a farmyard where pigs and fowls and an old mare were straying about. And in front, an old orchard of apple trees just breaking into flower. She's like a flower. A wildflower you come upon unexpectedly in the wood. Bit poetic for me, but I see your point. But what about you? That is, if you don't mind being left alone. Nothing to do but dream and watch spring on a farm. I've always wanted to do that. Well, good luck, dear.
Tenderfoot, thank you very much for the $3 tip. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate it. If you're still in the chat, let's get some vibes in the chat. For me_Tenderfoot. Have a great night.
Very, very sweet. You too. Come here tonight. Promise.
I promise.